In today's video, we're going to replace this damaged hose. This is on the Shark Rocket Deluxe Pro. The tools that we will be using, you have to have a special screwdriver insert right here. This one we will be using is T20. I also have here a Phillips head and a screwdriver that will handle all these tools. So let's get started. So to begin, we're going to be using one of the flathead screwdrivers. Go ahead and stick it into the end of our little screwdriver here. And we're going to come over here and take the large plastic ones and unlock all of the process here. Okay, after we do that, we can bring this up, take this off, and you'll see here the end of the hose. Okay, then we're going to come back over here. I got me a little tripod this time. And we're going to replace it with the Phillips head screwdriver top. And then down here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we're going to loosen up. And then I'll show you what to do next. So take those 4 screws out and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so there was 2 more that I forgot to point out. We got this Phillips head here and this Phillips head here. So go ahead and take those 2 out and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, and then there's this Phillips head, this Phillips head, and this Phillips head. Okay, I've already taken out 6 screws for the Phillips head, so let's do these 3 and then we'll move on to the next step. So I believe we've gotten all the Phillips ones out, so I'm going to take this one out, put it back in the tray, and then I'm going to take my T20. It's that special star screwdriver. I had to order these on Amazon. I couldn't find them in the hardware store. They were $6. I will post a link of where I bought mine through on underneath the video. So there is 1 star here, there's 1 star here, and 1 star here. Why they didn't make them Phillips, I have no idea. I guess everybody wanted to get their 2 cents in for making money on the screwdriver heads. So let's go ahead and remove those and let's see if it'll come out. Okay, let's see if we can get this backing piece off. So I leaned it forward a little bit, and in the back here there is a little separation. So let's pull it up and see if it'll come apart here. It should. I believe we have all the screws out, but knowing how they make these things kind of tight. Okay, while I play with this, you play with yours and see if you can get yours off, unless we have another screw. Okay, I found out on mine, all I had to do was really just grab it and pull, and you'll notice everything came apart just like this. Okay, so we have our wires here, and we have all of this here. Okay, so I'm going to take this and see how this is starting to twist off. So let's twist that off. And we're going to take this and twist it off. But I notice it has some glue or something here. So I'm going to put a paper towel over that because my hands are getting nasty. And then we're just going to take this, oops, we're going to pry it out. Just a little right here. That whole thing will come out. And there's 6 inches of it right here, up to here. So let's go ahead and get that piece out. And I have the tubing here that should fit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and pull it until it comes out like that. It is all the way out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the other hose in. Let me clean my hands up because this does have a lot of grease and dust and stuff on it. So here's what it looks like after I pulled it out. Now all vacuums get their share of dust. You can see that there's animal hair here and human hair and just everyday household dust. So I suggest don't put anything on your paper towel. Just take it and wipe it off. Wipe off the dust. Clean your area up. And then I'll show you how to put the tubing in. So on this end piece, it does have a lot of grease inside, and so I'm cleaning this up really good as well, because you'll see that the threaded parts in there, it looks like it should have been glued, or maybe it was just over wearing use and stuff. But go ahead and clean that up as well. So this hose I ordered from Amazon. It's 1.25 inches and it's 6 inches long. So I'm going to take the end piece here and I'm going to go ahead and place it in on the tubing and screw it in. Might need a little coercing to get it started. And then once I get that in, I'm going to go ahead and place the other end into the vacuum part here. And that'll screw in as well. It took a little coercing, but I did get it in there. You want to get it all the way down to the end of where that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and coerce it into the other one. Notice your threading. I noticed on this one it was counterclockwise. So on this little piece it was counterclockwise. So I'm going to look inside this here and it might be counterclockwise as well. Yeah, I will point out this is taking a little encouragement to get it into the threads, but once you get it going, it does go in pretty easy. So go ahead and encourage it to go in, and then we'll do the next step. Be sure to place your finger in there and see if you can feel the top of the tubing that you just stuck in. Then we'll be ready to start reassembling it. All right, now that we have it in there, you see how I have it set up. You have the little piece on the top, the angle, the way it's going. You have a big one here and the hole right here in front of you. You're going to take this, and be careful of your wires on the back side. You're going to take this And right here, there's a hole that this hole lines up to. Also, there's a piece right here that big one lines up to. So come in at an angle, push down, and you'll see how that piece, the pieces all fall right into place. Might have to twist it a little, make sure that one is in the hole here. There we go. So we are locked in here and locked in down on the bottom. The next thing we'll do is bring the hose. Now remember, with a new hose, it's going to be a little stiff. That's okay. Bring it in, and we got these prongs here that go into these little curves here. And be careful of your electrical wires. So we have it like this. So here's our electrical wires. They will come out in between that higher piece here. And there's a channel for them to fit right into when we put our cover back on. Okay, so luckily we didn't have to cut any wires, which is a good thing. Okay, so here I put the wires in the channel. I'm pressing down on this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put our cover back on. Oops, the wrong cover. Where's the other cover at? No, this is the right cover because it's upside down. So we're going to put this cover back on. Okay, then we're going to flip it upside down, making sure all of that stays together. And we're going to put all of the screws back in. You see how our tubing here lines up nicely? Okay, so let's put all our screws back in. Remember, that little tiny one right here is for the center right here. So make sure you put that one in the right spot. The star ones will go in the star location. Star, star, and star. So let's go put those back in. And then we have one more piece to add after all these screws are back in. I put the first center screw in right here. You'll find that was probably the easiest one. So I'm putting the other two star screws in. Okay, and then I'm going to change my head out to the Phillips head screwdriver. And start putting screws in here. And I know you don't want to sit and watch me put every single solitary screw in, but I wanted to show you how it was pretty easy to take this thing apart and put it together. So go ahead and finish with the rest of the screws, and I'll see you in just a second. So I have all of the screws tightened up. Now the last piece, or what I would suggest, is if your brush here has hair or any kind of buildup, take your scissors and cut that mess out. It'll make it so that it'll get better suction and make it so that it overall works a lot better. So the last piece that we have to add here is the brush cover. I'm going to put this thing on. Let's see. There we go. For some reason it just doesn't want to fit right now. Okay. I guess I might have some of these things open here. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to put this last piece on and then lock the pieces back into place. Alright, so now that we got all of our pieces on, let's come on over here and plug it in. Let's see how it works. Must have done something right. It works. So, thanks for watching on how to replace the hose on this thing. Till next time. Bye-bye.